seeded Mississippi State Bulldogs with a chance to make history today, a win away from the Women's College World Series as they face the host and 3-seed Oklahoma Sooners, looking to extend their season. As we look back to yesterday and how things unfolded, well, I'll tell you this, it was the scrappy Bulldogs able to walk away with their first ever super regional win in program history with an 11-9 decision over the Sooners. As we take a look at the bracket, the winner of this will walk on to Oklahoma City, Florida, and Texas Tech. They'll face either one of those teams starting next Thursday, with Tennessee already punching their ticket. As we say hello and welcome in with the fabulous and former national champion here 2 times over, Aaron Miller-Thiessen, I'm Tiffany Green. And when you think back to how things unfolded yesterday, you've got a Mississippi State team with nothing to lose and a lot of pressure on this Oklahoma team.
Yesterday was a glaring example of why you need all 3 facets of the game. This is one of the best offenses in the nation. Put up a 9 spot yesterday, but 4 errors on the field, a season high for Oklahoma, as well as 5 free passes awarded. Just not enough to get the job done against Mississippi State.
We talk so much about how Oklahoma gets it done. Obviously, the offensive surge that we saw was right in play, and Kendall Wells was doing her thing.
This was her 6th multi-home run game this season. Just absolutely eye-popping numbers. And with all the sex appeal at the plate for OU, it still was not enough to get the job done. We saw the long ball play a factor, but it was the consistent pressure of base hits. 15 base hits yesterday for Mississippi State. And of course, game ending in the 7th, that error from Oklahoma, 4 on the game for OU's defense. It was imperative.
And because of that win, it toppled down some amazing records held by the Sooners. They had won 15 straight here in the Super Regional Openers, 31 straight in NCAA tournament games at home. All of those came tumbling down yesterday. And so now Mississippi State has a chance to write a new chapter in their program history, trying to make their first ever Women's College World Series, with Oklahoma trying to avoid missing going to OKC for the World Series for just the first time since 2015. Lots on the line here, and we will have first pitch of this pivotal game 2. We return. National talent in action as we take a look at the Capital One starting lineups. Kendall Wells due up 3rd in this inning. As you mentioned, those 2 home runs, number 38 and 39, just 1 shy of tying the NCAA record, as Kai Minor receives the pitch from Peja Gould, who gets the start this afternoon for the Mississippi State Bulldogs, one of the arms that has come into this program, and a senior who has acclimated very quickly for this Mississippi State team.
Chattanooga transfer, so Southern Conference Pitcher of the Year.
Little half check swing over to Romero at second base, and 1 away. And so the arm that she is in the circle, what does Samantha Ricketts and this coaching staff like about it?
Well, she's efficient. I think she would tell you her outing yesterday was not her best stuff, was hit hard early in counts, but she has some wicked movement. Late breaking curveball, drops late in the strike zone. She's been the mainstay for this staff. She's been the it girl. I mean, between her and Alyssa Faircloth, those 2 have carried the load of the innings thus far. We saw 4 different arms in the circle yesterday for Mississippi State. I think the irony, too, of the 4 arms we saw, Tiffany, is that the 2 mainstays of this staff in Peja Gould and Alyssa Faircloth probably didn't look the best out of those 4. It was Layla Amon, Delaney Everett. Everett closing game 1.
It was Gould who came in just a 3rd inning, gave up 2 hits, including that solo shot on that first pitch from Kendall Wells, and quickly chased her out of the game. And now Ella Parker the junior, with a 3-1 count. And Gould delivers outside for ball 4. That brings up Kendall Wells, who we just told you about. Wells, the freshman, 1 home run shy of tying that D1 record currently held by Megan Grant at UCLA. But what a tremendous first season it has been for the Georgia native.
She saw one pitch out of the hand of Gould yesterday, took it yard, and she knew it right out of the box.
Ball sounds differently when traveling off of her bat. She gets into it all the way. The SEC Freshman of the Year, recently named NFCA Freshman of the Year finalist, top 3 in the nation, along with her teammate Kai Minor. That in there for ball 3, a 3-0 count.
Back-to-back at-bats for Gould that gets to 3 balls, just struggling to find the strike zone early here.
And after 6 straight balls, there's the first strike. Gould out of Stockton, California, delivers the pitch to Wells. Right down the pipe now, count draws full. And Wells strikes out as Gould is able to record the out, and then the interference as Rivera was trying to throw to second base. She's ruled out, and that gets the Bulldogs out of the inning. Another look here.
A massive strike from Gould. And the throw, right? It's the effort from Rivera behind home plate, makes contact with Wells, and they're out of the inning.
Welcome back here to Love's Field, and it's Andre Lowry, the Sooners wins leader, getting the start here, the sophomore out of Indiana. We saw her just briefly yesterday, at 22 wins on the season and a 2.81 ERA.
She leads this team in innings, 122 on the year. He's really focused on increasing that velocity, and of course it's a lefty, right? Oklahoma known for those lefty arms, a really late breaking and tight spin curveball, screwball. She'll work both sides of the plate. She got some innings yesterday as well, came in mid-game relief.
As we take a look at the Capital One starting lineup for the Mississippi State Bulldogs, and it's Des Rivera who went 3 for 3 yesterday. The catcher for Mississippi State had a solo blast along with a double as well in that historic win for this group out of Starkville. They are the road team, however, the designated home team here in Game 2 as they flip-flop in this best-of-3 series. Morgan Stiles, the sophomore, hitting .312 on the season. And Jen Rocha, the associate head coach, just going to check out on Kendall Wells behind the plate very quickly. And we're back to it. Stiles, who seems to have a lot of postseason magic in the NCAA tournament a season ago, had 8 hits. And now just 1 away from setting a program record as she looks at a strike 2.
Talked about playing at Love's Field, the road team being the home team. Talking to head coach Sam Ricketts, she had an interesting perspective.
As this one lifted to the outfield, and right there, Here's Parker.
Playing at Loves Field versus hosting at home, she honestly felt like it was an advantage. Again, this was a program that hosted for the very first time in Starkville in 2022, and she said, look, I feel like there's less distraction. As a head coach, as a program, we don't have to worry about donors inside or position seats or hosting people with events. There's less for us to get pulled in multiple directions. As a team coming to Norman, Oklahoma and playing at Love Stadium, we need to show up. We need to prepare, we need to hit, we need to warm up, and we play. That's it. And we get on the bus, we go home, we eat, we refuel, we do it again.
And that one lined out from Tatum Silva into the glove of Isabella Emmerling at first. And now 2 away.
The timing disruption, you can see that Silva's early on this ball, wraps the barrel out and around, and Emmerling on it up the line. Quick outs for Lowry.
And now here's one of the Steely veterans, the senior, Nadia Barbary. Barbary, out of that Atlanta area, who has just meant so much to this program over the years, came up with a couple of singles, including that RBI single back in the 6th to help that rally for the Bulldogs, who scored 9 runs over 2 innings. The throw deep in the pocket from Gabby Garcia. And the defense looking strong early on. An 8-pitch inning for Lowry in the circle. OU up to bat when we return. The power that she had, she left the program as the career home runs leader at the time with 48. And we showed you that graphic as she is the first former player to best her former coach, Patty Gasso. 67-5 overall against former assistants, of course. Ricketts, who was a GA here for a couple of seasons with Coach Gasso. It's a rare feat to knock off the NFCA Hall of Fame coach in Patty Gasso, but a legendary coach and a historic win for her former player, Samantha Ricketts.
This is a program with Mississippi State that has prepared for this moment, even when Oklahoma was still in the Big 12. Sam Ricketts, head coach for Mississippi State, purposefully putting them on the schedule. Hey, if we want to be the best, we got to beat the best. We got to play the best. We got to put them on our schedule, and she has done it. They did not face each other during SEC play this year. But no strangers to seeing each other on the field.
No, but you just think about the rare feat, right? Just 3 coaches have knocked off Patty Gasso. Courtney Deifel at Arkansas, who's 1 win away for the Women's College World Series, along with Tim Walton, who did it 3 times at Florida. Of course, the Gators in the trail position, much like OU having to face Texas Tech later today. That game will be over on ABC. Cassidy Pickering leading off here in the 2nd.
I don't know if most people know this either, but Kenny Gajewski started at Fields Crew. I mean, him and Tim Walton together here at Oklahoma, working as a pair. Now Kenny Gajewski, head coach for Oklahoma State, also taking down OU. There's a big coaching tree, a massive network coming through Norman.
And Pickering, the junior in the DP slot this afternoon, reaches base 63% of the time when she's leading it off. And here sends this one flying into left, and Tatum Silva catches it, 1 down. We talked about Peja Gould, who came into this program. That was an area of interest and emphasis for the Bulldogs, tried to address pitching. And in order for you to make it through not only the SEC season, but also a run in the NCAA tournament, pitching has to be on point. Samantha Ricketts, Taryn Mowat-McKinney, the pitching coach, addressed that in the offseason.
This was a big focus for this team, is gathering arms that not only can perform for them this season, but go the distance. You saw 3 different classes that they grabbed in the transfer portal. All 3 of which we saw yesterday in the circle, 4 different arms for Mississippi State, and Peja Gould being the senior. coming over from Chattanooga. I mean, it was an interesting conversation we had with her about the difference in play. Coming over to the SEC, and she said, I had to quickly realize that from a mid-major to a P4 team, that even when I'm on my best some days, it's not enough. It's still not enough, and I have to find a way to continue to execute and compete. Nice off speed on the outer half. I think that that's a pitch too, Tiffany, that we just didn't see enough of yesterday. You know, statistically, just looking at this Oklahoma team, if I were to highlight a pitch that they struggle with the most, it would be the off speed. Over half their strikeouts coming from some type of off speed pitch.
And now the count even to the sophomore, Gabby Garcia. The hitting, not the problem at all for OU. They outscored their opponents 28-1 last weekend. Garcia, who's been red hot, 6 of 11, strikes out there. Got to throw her out at first base. And now 2 down and 2 Ks for Gould.
This one's low in the zone. Honestly, a really competitive location. At the knees, forcing Garcia to drop that eye line low. This is an arm that throws that drop curve. That's the bread and butter of Gould.
He now delivers to Isabella Emmerling. Emmerling, first baseman, was 2 of 3 yesterday. Had a couple of RBI, including that home run. One smacked foul.
A massive jump from last season to this season. Batted .212, a redshirt junior year, and now over 400, 19 home runs. 20 now, joined that 20 club actually in game 1.
Now like 5 batters in this lineup with 20 or more home runs.
I just saw that number. I'm like, wait a second.
Insane.
I think that's gone up.
Look at the top of the list. It's the freshman we talked about in Kendall Wells, and that one ripped down the left field line. A fair ball and a hard hit single for Isabella Emmerling, the first given up for Gould, and now a runner aboard with 2 outs.
First base hit for Oklahoma. The second time we've seen OU challenge this line. This is a part of the field that's been hammered. You saw it through game 1. Now seeing it early here in game 2. Just such a massive, powerful cut from Emmerling.
And this is an Oklahoma team leading the nation in average along with runs per game. They put up just about 10 a game. And second in the nation in home runs. They added to that total with 186, just trailing UCLA. Abby Dayton getting the start. We saw her inserted into the game late, but there, the offensive ranks, the prowess of this team has been remarkable.
It's the first team in D1 history to have 5 of the starting 9 with over 20 home runs. Those are just eye-popping. We joked about this yesterday. It's like every season with OU, it's like they thumb through the record book. They're like, all right, what record do we want to focus on this season? Interesting journey for Abby Dayton coming to Oklahoma. Played for Utah 2 seasons under DJ Gasso, who was the assistant there during their first trip to the Women's College World Series. Now moving over to OU and playing for the other 2 Gassos.
Right. Rounding it out, and you love the spark plug that she is on this OU roster. I mean, Abby Dayton just brings an energy like none other. We had an enjoyable time talking to her, and she draws the 2-out walk.
The senior leadership from Abby Dayton. talked about just the focus offensively for this team, really about momentum, swinging at good pitches, and you see her there managing the strike zone well. She celebrates that walk. That's something we see a lot from Oklahoma, is celebrating those little things because they matter.
You see the breakdown of Gould early on, 18 balls compared to 16 strikes. 1 for 7 first pitch strikes for Gould, as Alyssa Faircloth getting moving in the bullpen for the Bulldogs. Sydney Barker takes strike 1. Barker, who had a busy afternoon at third base yesterday. Known for solid defense, the ability to be able to place her anywhere in the infield. She has played around wherever needed. As you see there, made a start at every infield position this season. You gotta love the utility that she provides. And off the mark there, and Gould is able to get out of it. Third strikeout for Peja Gould, and the Sooners leave a couple on base.
3 Ks for Gould. This one coming off of the off speed. Low and away, gets Barker to sit. In Norman. Big milestone moments for this program, all with head coach Sam Ricketts at the helm.
And how fitting it was for her to have a homecoming finally go in her favor. She was 11-0. This program was against OU until yesterday's win. She said, you know what, but that just shows the grit and fight that we have had all season long. That's what this team has been built on, and they were just a never say die type of team. They never gave up, even when they were trailing late.
We talked about it yesterday, that steady pressure on the gas pedal. I mean, they just never let off.
The 0-2 to Zion Romero, and that's in for ball 1. She also credited the fact that, you know, everyone had talked about their pitching staff and how well they had done. We've seen no hitters thrown by 3 different pitchers on this staff this season. She said they've always had our back. Yesterday, our hitters had our pitchers back.
You can see Kendall Wells wanting this call. I mean, they look down for the check swing, but look at where this is located. A drop ball right at the knees, late breaking just under that back knee. Tiffany, this has been a topic, not just for our site, this has been a topic the last 2 weekends through the NCAA tournament. Finally gets the punch out there. Lowry with the curveball.
No doubter there from Lowry as she catches Romero looking.
First strikeout of the day for this lefty. You see the spin, cuts right back into the strike zone, and Kendall Wells not gonna miss that frame.
Brings up Kenley Keller, the center fielder for the Bulldogs, hitting .322 on the year. Keller, who was 1 for 1 yesterday. 3 hits in total going back to the regional weekend, and that one pulled foul near third. Second super regional in 5 years for Mississippi State. And their eyes set as Agbayani able to recover there, bobbled it just a little bit, but recovers and tosses out Keller.
Some stick-to-itiveness right there from Agbayani. Unbelievable defender for Oklahoma. Almost gets eaten up, but recovers this play. We saw her get tested in error yesterday. The season-high 4 errors for Oklahoma's defense in game 1.
And one thing that we heard Patty Gasso talk about after yesterday's game, hey, look, you're going to surrender or you're going to step up. She's asked this OU team to woman up to try to extend their season. And one key component is that defense, where they have been so steady all year long. The 0-2 to Kiera Sells, and Sells caught looking. 2 Ks in the inning for Audrey Lowry. 3 up, 3 down. Didn't take long for OU to get out of it.
Oklahoma need a little momentum, and Audrey Lowry says, I'll give you a spark. 2 Ks, strikes out the sack. The fact that you got to dig that far back, right?
Yeah.
In the schedule. I mean, that really does speak to the feat Mississippi State made yesterday. Their first ever super regional win in game 1. They're a win away from punching their first ever ticket to the Women's College World Series.
And another OU feat that has not been conquered this season, trying to beat the Sooners twice in a season. They have not lost back-to-back. You got to go back a little while. So since no one has done it, Mississippi State is just like, oh yeah, well, we'll wear that, we'll try it. Back to the top with Kai Miner, who grounded out to second base her first time up. Miner, who has just been on an absolute tear, not only during the NCAA tournament, but just this season overall. We mentioned one of those National Freshman of the Year, top 3 finalists, hitting well above 400.
Notice too, just the pace of play, right, in the circle for Gould. Her rhythm, the fact that she's really in control of the heartbeat of this game, especially when they're on defense. It feels like the way that she moves, the pace of play in the circle. She has her hands on the driver's wheel.
And that one able to drop for Kai Miner, and that one bobbled in the outfield by Tatum Silva, rounding all the way to third base. And that's a big in there. 60 feet from home is Kai Miner.
This is a hot shot off of the end of the barrel for Kai Miner. 17 stolen bases on the year. And I'm confused at the lack of hustle here from Silva in left. Not a dead sprint to the wall to field this. And again, with the speed of Kai Miner, no lack of hustle as she rounds second base to find her way standing at third.
Seventh triple this season for Kai Miner, and it's just her knack because of that speed. A single easily turns into a double easily turns into a triple. She has had a number of extra base hits in this NCAA tournament.
You know, Tiffany, having been an outfielder, there was always a quote that stuck with me playing defense. For every 1 step I take in the outfield, a runner's taking 3. So without a dead sprint to field that ball, you're bound to give up at least 60 feet to Kai Miner.
That's a lesson learned there for the junior left fielder in Tatum Silva. Here's Parker, the 2-1 count. The pitch from Gould fools her again. So they're going to go back and rule that a double for Kai Miner. And then an error on Tatum Silva to allow Miner to be standing at third.
A little bit of confusion right now at home plate. Get another look at this. Looks like catcher asking for time, actually. I mean, not even a glove put on this pitch. Yeah, you can see Rivera behind home plate looking actually to the call card and a pitch being thrown. Unsure what the miscommunication was there between the battery.
Payoff pitch is low. And now runners at the corner for guess who? Kendall Wells. Well, these two have been in a chase for a large part of the back half of this season. It was Grant who set the record, topping Warren Espinoza, 30-plus year record, and now Kendall Wells standing in with 1 out, 2 runners on, and a chance to put OU on the board.
That's a tough miss from a pitch location standpoint for Gould. And where do you go? Where else do you go there? Curve, drop, dominant arm, and doesn't get that call just off the plate.
And this one belted in to left field, and the RBI for Kendall Wells. OU on the board. Kendall Wells can get it done a variety of ways.
You know that this one swing is at least going to give up a run for Kai Minor, but to me, it's also the decision in the outfield of where this ball is thrown. Ella Parker's got sneaky speed. She's standing at first, she rounds second. Silva decides to throw to third and gives up an extra bag to Kendall Wells. Again, this is just defensive decision-making that has to be better for Mississippi State. When you're facing a team like OU that swings the way they swing, run bases like they run the bases, you got to be thinking a base ahead. They do rule that a single. So again, that throw in from Silva giving up the extra 60 feet to put Wells in scoring position.
88 RBI on the season for Kendall Wells, 7th of this series. And look at the stands. Look at the OU fans. They were hopeful that their team would come back and step up to the level that they have seen to produce 51 wins this season. They break through the scoreboard first with a 1-run advantage, and there's still more inning left. Cassidy Pickering standing in from the left side and in for ball 1.
It's interesting to think about game 1, Tiffany. I mean, this is a squad that scored 9 runs. They left 10 on base. The contrast in categories of that first game are eye-popping.
That one flared and bounced foul for Pickering as she'll get back to the box.
It's hard to believe that a team like Oklahoma that can put up 9 runs in a game, that still wasn't enough to get the win. That was only the 4th time all season that Mississippi State had put double-digit runs on the board.
That was season high, giving up the 11 runs and 15 hits. And you talked about it earlier, Aaron, just about the contrasting styles of how they were able to get it done.
A lot of flashy offense from Oklahoma, the long balls, big bellowing hits, blasts. That just wasn't the case for Mississippi State. It was 15 base hits, truly. Just, I talked about it yesterday, you and I, over dinner. I'm like, it just felt like death by 1,000 paper cuts, right? They just never let off the gas pedal. Peppered this field gap to gap, ran the bases really well, just consistent pressure from the Bulldogs.
Equipment change from Rivera behind the plate. And now a 3-1 count to Pickering, only 1 base left open, that's first, and Pickering standing in. Gould delivers the pitch and fouled off. Pickering, a player that we have talked about for OU. 2 of her 3 hits in regionals were for home runs, and you can just see lately she has just gotten her swagger back. Those confident swings at the plate. Talking about a confident swings, lifted if it stays fair. And a foul ball, a delay there.
Very late call.
On whether it was fair or foul. Everyone was just holding their breath for about 4 seconds.
I'm looking at Mike Burwell at third base, trying to see where this is going to be called. Also looking at home plate umpire Brett Higgins. Nobody making a call. Pickering's like, do I keep going?
Right, yeah. And the walk to load the bases for Gabby Garcia. And Pickering smiling as she gets the walk after a heart flutter for a second. And these OU fans are into it early.
It's the 4th walk from Gould. There's been some borderline calls. I think you and I can confidently say that, at least through the first 2 games. But right now, I think the Achilles heel for Gould in the circle is just getting behind. She's got to establish the strike zone earlier to get herself in a position to throw some off-speed pitches. I really do believe that the staff of Mississippi State should be pulling the string more often against Oklahoma.
You said that was going to be an advantage for them early on. Let's see what the strategy is here with Gabby Garcia, who's 7 for 16 with the bases loaded this season. Remember, OU was 0 for 3 yesterday with the bases loaded. That off-speed offering, trying to time it up, and well in front of that one.
You see it, the disruption in the lower body, trying to stay on time with that pitch, and that's it's first pitch of the at-bat. So to me, if I am the pitching staff here for Mississippi State, I'm hammering changeups until they prove that they can hit it.
Good look there at the 2-time champion from Arizona, Taryn Mowat-McKinney, who is in charge of these arms. And Mississippi State pitcher in Peja Gould. Now with a 2-1 count to Gabby Garcia. The pitch on the way. And it's low for ball 3. Remember, Garcia was one of those strikeout victims last inning. And the pitch low and outside, back-to-back walks. That walks in a run. It's 2-0 OU as Parker taps home. So now this is decision time here, Aaron, because we saw Alyssa Faircloth busy in the bullpen a little bit earlier. Ricketts and Mowat-McKinney having a conversation. Faircloth has since cooled and is ready if needed, but another pivotal moment in this game. We saw them yesterday, and it was OU not able to capitalize. Here, though, you feel like with their season on the line in a grand opportunity, OU is wanting to try to bust this open.
They have been reading lips there, but it felt like that exchange between Mowat-McKinney and Ricketts, basically saying one more at bat here. We're going to give Gould one more shot. the million-dollar question, right? When to make a change. Again, Mississippi State threw 4 different arms in the circle yesterday.
The bouncer from Immerling, fielded by Barbary at third. She gets the fielder's choice, and an RBI fielder's choice for Isabella Immerling, her 62nd RBI.
OU serving up a little bit of what they saw yesterday, fundamental hitting. I mean, we haven't seen the long ball yet. It's been gap-to-gap pops, taking a walk for an RBI, and now this one, just a hard hit ball to Barbary at third base, enough to get the third run across the board for the Sooners.
So it will indeed be Alyssa Faircloth who will come in for Peja Gould, whose afternoon is done to this point, and Sooners still threatening. Alyssa Faircloth, the SEC newcomer of the year out of Northport, Alabama, comes in relief for Peja Gould. 16 wins on the season. You see that 263 strikeouts. That is most in program history for a single season. And checking out the scouting report for Alyssa Faircloth, how does she look different from Peja Gould?
Well, both throw great changeups, but Faircloth, I think, has one of the best changeups in the SEC. Curveball, late breaking, nice big bend. Difference is coming obviously from that left side, but both of these arms that you've seen so far have carried the majority of the innings.
Gould inherits, or rather Faircloth inherits 2 aboard and 2 outs, with Abby Dayton, the lefty, in, a player who rarely strikes out. Just 8 strikeouts on the season. I mentioned the Women's College World Series experience she had at Utah, but this is a player, second team All-SEC, who has just been one of the toughest outs. And the 1-2 from Faircloth.
2 back-to-back off speeds for Abby Dayton. One of those she took for a strike.
And Faircloth, one of those newcomers into this program, started her career at Troy. And that one gets through the legs of Rivera, and another one comes across for the Sooners.
This ball missed low, right between the wickets of Rivera.
And a pass ball allows Cassidy Pickering to score. Taking a tough pitch right there is Abby Dayton to draw the count full. Peja Gould, her numbers, 2 2/3 inning, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 strikeouts, but 5 walks in the game, a season high for her.
You just saw Abby Dayton turn to the umpire, too, at home plate, Brett Higgins, and ask if that was a strike. I mean, this is the type of high IQ hitting that you're going to see from Oklahoma all weekend long. She took a hack, pulled that down the foul line, and then immediately looks just to make sure, hey, am I swinging at a strike in the zone? Did I make a good decision there? Immediate feedback.
Again, just trying to time it up, but back to your point right here.
Yeah, she immediately looks back, wants the feedback. She says, yeah, okay, I made a good decision. That was in the strike zone.
Again, mentioning the tough out that Dayton is. Now, the 9th pitch upcoming. And draws the walk. 2nd walk of the game for Abby Dayton. Now runners at the corners with 2 out for the 8-hole hitter in Sydney Barker.
6th walk of the game, 4th just in this inning.
And I think we're going to see a pinch hitter for OU, and you think about it, they've had magical innings throughout. The 4th inning usually has been their money spot, but the 3rd inning this weekend in Super Regionals has been when OU has put up big runs. 5 yesterday in the 5th and 4 runs here. All 4 coming in this inning alone. And so Lexi McDaniel, the freshman, tapped to be the pinch hitter. She's had success when asked to do so. In a trio of home runs, knocked in about 8 in the pinch hitting role. So the move here from Patty Gasso. Call on McDaniel. He tried to time that one up, fouls it back.
Freshman impact player. I mean, this is a kid that grew up coming to OU camps along with Kendall Wells and Kai Miner, Parker, all really good friends. And during that travel ball circuit, they thought, man, how cool would it be if we all came to Oklahoma together? And they did.
Well, you know, it's the confluence of when some special talented players come together. I always think back to that wonderful senior class, the winningest in program history, your Jada Coleman's and your Tiare Jennings. What does this freshman class have in store? Can they run off a 4-peat? As Abby Dayton wisely grabbing second base as Rivera had her back turned, head turned, and so heads up base running by Abby Dayton. So both now in scoring position. The 2-2 to Lexi McDaniel. She sends it out of here in the left field. Oh my, another pinch hit home run for the freshman, Lexi McDaniel.
Described as one of the most pure contact hitters on this team. A freshman, shot 11th of the season, coming off the bench, ladies and gentlemen. This is the depth. This is the threat of Oklahoma's offense. It is just a matter of time. And Tiffany, you and I had this conversation before the game. Is this one of those scenarios where you poke the bear and you wake up a monster? And so far, we're seeing a totally different squad here in the 3rd inning.
You said that this was a caged animal that could be unleashed after that game 1 loss. And right now, OU playing perfect softball to this point. 4th pinch hit home run. We had mentioned she had been great in that scenario leading up to with those trio of home runs. And then Agbayani sends this one into center field, and that ends the inning. But they batted around the order. They hung a 7 spot in the 3rd.
Lexi McDaniel, the freshman pinch hitter, comes up bomb, 11th of the year. 7-0 Oklahoma.
7 up in this top half of the 3rd. Again, the winner of this Super will face off against either Florida or Texas Tech. And the Sooners trying to push for their 2nd ever Game 3 in a super regional round as they want to keep their streak of consecutive trips to the Women's College World Series, trying to notch number 10. They've got to win 2 this weekend as Morgan Bernardini, who entered into the starting lineup after a nice pitch hitting outing yesterday, is retired.
The efficiency of Audrey Lowry in this circle. That's just her 20th pitch now entering the 3rd inning. 8 pitches in the first, 11 pitches in the second.
Now Paige Ernstez, as we are at the bottom of the order. Des Rivera Dua, sophomore, puts this one into play. Giving chase was Ella Parker in right field, and the double off the bat of Paige Ernstez.
This one kind of hit no man's land. Parker giving chase to this, trying to find the diving effort. This one bounces off into foul territory.
4th 2-bagger for Ernstez this season, and first time today that Mississippi State has had a runner in scoring position. Just the first hit given up by Audrey Lowry. Akbayani plays deep in that 4 pocket, and 2 down. Well, the NCAA is gonna keep on tracking to what? The Women's College World Series returns to Oklahoma City. The action begins Thursday, May 28th at 12 Eastern, live on ESPN. For more information for the 2026 Women's College World Series, visit NCAA.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. Morgan Stiles, first pitch swinging. Parker collects it. And a runner stranded. You talk about the efficiency of Audrey Lowry, and a 6-pitch inning for Lowry. Trailing by 7, we'll get an opportunity to talk with Mississippi State head coach Samantha Ricketts. Welcome back to the NCAA Softball Super Regionals presented by Capital One. And joining us now, the Mississippi State head coach, Samantha Ricketts. And Coach, we talked to you after yesterday's historic win. Coming back today, what was the message in managing the emotions coming into today's game?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it was. It's knowing that we have to continue to stay focused on what we can control, and that yesterday's game's in the past. And I think we need to do a better job of locking in and being a little bit more aggressive and just staying present in the moment, which is what we've done a good job all year long.
Coach, your offense has only seen 26 pitches from Audrey in the circle. How do you extend some of these offensive outings for you guys?
Yeah, I think we just need to kind of continue to lock in our pitch selection, what our plan is, and she's mixing speeds really well, and we're kind of getting out of rhythm with it. So just making sure as they adjust, we adjust back and try and get into some deeper counts and make her work a little bit out there.
All right, thanks for the time, Coach.
Thank you. Health.
She brings up a good point too, Tiffany, about just laboring in the circle, making her work more. 26 pitches now through 3 innings. And just not a lot of labor right now for Lowry in the circle, and this Mississippi State team struggling to find a groove offensively at the plate.
The top of the order starts off the 4th. Kai Miner, first pitch swinging, and rips that one foul. Miner, who doubled last inning, came around to score a run. And Faircloth is hopeful that she can get a quick inning, much like we've seen on the other side for Lowry. Well, Oklahoma taking full advantage of those 4 walks, all come around to score. They bat it through the order in the process of that big 7-run inning. Faircloth and the count 0-2. Just a little something squeaked down onto the field from the bullpen of Mississippi State. Everything's clear now. And Minor lines that one into the gap. She's motoring around second, going to third, and this one is a true triple for Kai Minor. 2 extra base hits on the afternoon for the freshman.
Dude, she just scares me around the base paths. You can't shut the legs off. I mean, not even a full cut, Tiffany. The fact that she's able to throw the barrel to the ball and it finds the wall. Anytime a ball finds that padding with Kai Minor in motion, rare day she's not finding third base.
Officially recorded as her 7th triple, but for Minor, I mean, she's got the most multi-hit games of anyone on this OU roster now at 28, or 29 rather.
I mentioned Kai Minor too, finding that leadoff role in April. That was around the time that Cassidy Pickering had kind of had a lull through the month of April, really struggled in that leadoff position. And since Kai Minor took over that leadoff role, it was all over with for her. She had locked it in. That speed so hard to defend at the top of the order.
Ella Parker pulls it over to first, and Parker is retired as Ernstez applies the tag.
You can see Coach Steele at first base arguing with the umpire about this. Ernstez, you can see she gives a look at home plate, and instead of going just for the tag at the bag, she decides to put the glove on Ella Parker. And no replay, I don't believe, for Oklahoma.
Kendall Wells, who is eclipsed amazing heights in her freshman season, setting the single season record for SEC home runs back in March with 27. And then the NCAA freshman record with 31 against Texas, an SEC foe, in April. And then top that with the OU single season home run record with 35, surpassing Jocelyn Allo. All in her freshman campaign, and is one shy of tying Megan Grant for the most home runs hit in a single season in NCAA history.
A generational talent. You can't underscore that enough with this bat. Forget at times that she's in her first ever Oklahoma jersey. Never played on this stage before.
Popped up in the infield, calling for it is Morgan Stiles at short, and Wells is retired. So 1 for 3 afternoon for Wells. We saw her go 4 for 4 until she did something very similar in a crucial part of the game with a couple of runners on yesterday. We talk about just the way that Cassidy Pickering has come on since the month of April. She's looking to keep a hot bat swinging for her.
That was an honest conversation that we had with Coach Gasso about that lull for Pickering during the month of April. Only batted .171 with 2 home runs that month. Said it was heavy on her.
We'll get an opportunity to talk with Patty Gasso after this inning concludes, to hear about what she thinks about the response of her team in this game, too. The bouncer over to first. Ernstez backhands it. Quick play at first. Diving effort from Ernstez to get Pickering out, so no run comes across. And the defense picking up for Mississippi State.
Ernstez, 2 close plays at first base, but the athleticism of the dive gets him out of the inning.
All the ways the NCAA puts student athletes first.
Bright and sunny skies from Norman, Oklahoma. The Sooners with a 7-0 advantage as we welcome you back to Love's Field. Joining us now, Patty Gasso, the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners. And you talked yesterday about surrender or step up. And what have you loved about the bounce back of your team here today?
Yeah, there's some energy here. And we talked last night about what's at stake and how this is kind of, just try to refer everything to life. Like, you're going to face tough things. You want to love tough things. You want this. You want to feel this pressure because it's going to help you when your next adventure, whether it's a game or a business or what have you. So I'm not trying to preach, but that is kind of what you got to kind of lead them to, is just love this stuff.
Coach, a little ice in the veins from Lowry here today. 26 pitches thrown through 3 innings. What's different in day 2?
Focus. I think Lowry's a good starter, and we felt Miley was maybe the better matchup yesterday, but just Lowry's been taking us where we want to go.
All right, we thank you. Little PYT.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Talking a little Michael Jackson
right.
between innings.
That's right. It's playing in the stadium, and then also you think about it, they went to go see the movie.
They did. Thursday night.
Week, yeah.
You got to see it. I haven't seen it yet. I got
it's
a book
excellent.
ticket.
It's a must see. It's like a full-on concert, and then they just add some dialogue in there, here and there. But understanding what's at stake, I mean, you heard Patty Gasso. She said, I wasn't trying to preach, but she gives the life lessons, right? She serves it up on a platter to you in a way that sticks with you, and that's what's made her so successful, right? Hall of Fame coach, 8 natties to her credit, and one of the most revered coaches in all of sports. And it's just because of the mark of consistency and excellence that we have seen from this Oklahoma program under her leadership.
9 batters have seen 3 pitches or less. I mean, that is truly the efficiency down to the numbers for Lowry right now. Just hammering the strike zone early. Have a lot of pitchers counts. I mean, you have a lot of places to go from a pitch selection standpoint when you're ahead.
It was Nadia Barbary who was 2 for 4 yesterday. And that one going high and deep into the right field. And there's Ella Parker to collect it near the warning track and wall for out number 2.
A nice track. Ella Parker on her home turf. She knows exactly where she is in physical space right there to make that play up against the warning track.
Paige Lowry's like, give me some. I mean, Audrey Lowry's like, give me some.
Hey, you know, that defensive support, we didn't see that yesterday. 4 errors for Oklahoma. It is a tongue twister. The Lowrys.
The Lowrys, yeah. I
We've seen two lefty Lowrys in the circle for Oklahoma.
And this is the efficiency you talked about with Audrey Lowry. The efficiency of pitches that she's had, working ahead in the count here to Zion Romero. Just 31 pitches so far in this game, and we're in the bottom of the 4th.
If this efficiency continues, too, you think about the importance of Game 3, allowing her to have some more gas in the tank. A little bit easier to refresh, refill, refuel for maybe some work in Game 3 as well.
And another quick inning for Audrey Lowry and the Sooners. Single digits, 8 pitches needed to get out of the inning. To force a Game 3 tomorrow, which would this be their second ever in the Super Regional round in program history. Meanwhile, for Mississippi State, they're still knocking on the door for their first ever Women's College World Series appearance. Leading it off here in the top of the 5th, Gabby Garcia, the hot shot to Ernstez. And she's been busy over at one of those hot corners. Last inning, made a couple of unassisted plays and does so here to start off the 5th. Sophomore all smiles. As 3 of the last 4 outs have been to first base. Now Isabella Emmerling stands in. And that one lined into the glove, a diving effort for Nadia Barbary, and quickly 2 away.
If you're Faircloth in the circle, generating momentum too is how quickly can I get my team back in the dugout? Let's get the sticks back in their hands. We saw that this team has fight. Yesterday, they put up 11 runs on the board to come out with a win. They're not rolling over.
It was really a late rally from them. Put up 9 runs in the 6th and 7th inning to advance them to this game today after their first ever Super Regional win. And now Abby Dayton at the plate for the Sooners. And that's what you love to see, these unbelievable comebacks, the heart, the effort, and the grit. Understanding what's at stake once again to Ernstez, a busy woman she has been. And how about Alyssa Faircloth with a 6-pitch inning, 3 up, 3 down for the Bulldogs. In action now over on ABC, the Gators with a 3-1 lead. Meanwhile, you look at Audrey Lowry and the job that she has done. We can't talk about it enough, just the effectiveness that she has had and the limited amount of pitches that she has thrown today.
She's just continued to get better, especially with first pitch strikes. I talked about just the ability to get in control of counts early. 0 for 3 with first pitch strikes in the first inning. Well, since then, she's been 9 for 10. Make it 10 for 11.
Right. The 0-2 count to Kenley Keller. It's on top of that one. They ruled that one foul.
That's something that this pitching staff tracks. First pitch strikes, getting ahead early, and then they also look at the third pitch. That conversion count. Can you stay in control or convert the count in your favor?
Still a favorable count for Lowry. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Saw a look over there at associate head coach Jen Rocha, a great softball mind that she has, as that one bounces off the net. Battled with cervical cancer and missed a part during the season. Thankful to have her back, and certainly courageous woman indeed, and a gift to the sport of softball.
It was a big challenge for the staff. There was a few arms on the staff that had never thrown a game with Coach Rocha in the dugout, and so the fact that she was able to rejoin this team halfway through the season to gain that brilliant pitching mind back in the dugout, big deal.
This one sent into left field, deep tracking back towards the wall as Abby Dayton And great snag by the left fielder. And Kinley Keller goes down.
Seen a couple of good grabs in the outfield for Oklahoma. I think this is due an advantage of being in your home field. I mean, as an outfielder, you know exactly how many steps to the warning track, exactly how many steps to the fence. And Dayton making that look easy.
And Abby Grace Richardson, the pinch hitter now, in for the Bulldogs. Remember, she was 2 for 2 yesterday, drove in a run and scored 2 of her own. And now the senior called upon once again. And trying to build on what she saw Kinley Keller do. I mean, that was the most pitches that any batter for the Bulldogs have seen out of the hand of Audrey Lowry.
You heard Coach Ricketts in the mid-game interview. We got to have deeper at-bats here. We got to have better pitch selection, especially early. If we're gonna watch a strike, we better be able to put a hard barrel on it late in counts.
This one popped up, and underneath it is Agbayani. Well, the Eastern Conference Finals continue as the series is tied between the Knicks and the Cavs heading into Game 3. Coverage begins with NBA tip-off at 7:30 Eastern, then the game at 8 Eastern on ABC. And, of course, you can always find it on the ESPN app. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City Thunder fans pleased after last night's win in San Antonio over the Spurs. As they have a 2-1 lead over Wimby and the crew. Almost got to it, Agbayani over her head, and just the second base hit this afternoon for Mississippi State off of Audrey Lowry, and it's Morgan Bernardini.
That senior breakout year last year, Bernardini with 2 outs on the board, coming up clutch to work a base hit for Mississippi State.
Paige Ernst's first pitch swinging, and this one popped out to Garcia, and that does it for the inning. Runner left aboard, 2 hits, but no runs scored in this game for State. Been carry over from the Lubbock Regional with Najee Kennedy. $1 million arm being tested once again today against the Florida Gators as they are looking to force a winner-take-all Game 3 tomorrow. We saw Mia Williams, though. That was a big storyline as she returned to her former digs and helping Texas Tech grab Game 1. We're going to see a turn of the tide here today with all the home teams that lost yesterday even things up and create more mayhem for us tomorrow.
That's it. How many Game 3s are we going to see?
That's
a good question.
That is a good question. you got to believe that with their backs against the wall, teams are going to certainly push as Sydney Parker flies out to left field. Nebraska and Oklahoma State coming up our way later today. We'll see how Kenny Gajewski's team responds.
How far can Ruby Mailer go in the circle?
Alabama with a 1-game lead over LSU. We saw Jocelyn Brisky with an amazing one-hit shutout over the Tigers. And that one gets a piece of Agbayani, and so she trots to first base.
This one up and in just clips the torso of Agbayani. That rolls the lineup over back to Kai Minor, who has been red hot. Had a double, triple in the 4th.
The SEC regular season champs for a second consecutive season since joining the conference. And again, they have, you know, been tested more late. You go back to that SEC tournament, and were bounced in the quarterfinals against Georgia. And then we saw the way this group responded last weekend over 3 games after that loss. Once more, we're seeing the bounce back of Patty Gasso's team again after dropping game 1 here. They put up 7 runs, all back in that 3rd inning, and inching closer to try to force a game 3 as that one went through the legs of Zion Romero. Runners at the corner as Kai Minor aboard via the error.
This is just a play that has to be made. Romero at second base, unable to keep that ball in front of her, gives up an extra 60 feet. And Kai Minor, I mean, that really was a weak swing. But the fact that she has such quick hands, and the exit speed of that contact is really impressive. Now you got 2 speedsters on the base paths. Ella Parker. See where we are in this ball game. Another run on the board for Oklahoma. Now all of a sudden you've only got to get 3 outs to end this game early.
Now 0-2 to Parker. And a couple of walks already. And then grounded out to third, or first rather. The pitch from Faircloth. Turns on it once again, hits, and the throw out and tag out at home of Agbayani. And immediately Patty Gasso electing to use one of her 2 challenges here. Parker pulled it once again over to first base, and we're going to hear.
On the field to get the runner from third is safe at home. Oklahoma is challenging that call. That play will be under further review.
We heard from Mike Burwell as he trots along with another official to look at this again with Central Command.
Wow. Yeah, it's hard to see with all the dust that flies.
Yeah.
How about Ernstez, though, get worked at first base? I mean, she knew exactly where she was going to go with this play. Fielder's choice at home plate, trying to keep that 8th run off the board.
Patty Gasso is going to let them sort it out as Brett Higgins, who had a great look here, the home plate umpire.
That's really tough.
Yeah. And again, we always talk about, well, if you look at it again and from this angle, what do you see? All that. There has to be enough conclusive evidence.
That's it. I mean, you're looking right here at the front edge of this plate, right? You're trying to see if this tag happened before that front edge of the plate was grabbed by Agbayani. And I got to tell you, with the speed of Agbayani, I can understand the want to use a challenge here. I mean, this is a tough out to make. You've got to have a perfect throw, a perfect tag. That's a great look there from our crew. I think the tag definitely applied before those fingers get into that side of the home plate. Great look.
Indeed it is, and yeah, when you still it right there.
That's it.
You can see that that tag looks like it was applied before the left fingertips of Agbayani.
A game of inches, Tiffany, a game of inches.
Alex, another look and reference point.
Yeah, tag.
And then off in the dust.
That's it. That dust definitely given a tough challenge here, at least from this angle. I think that other side, you can see the fingers still hovering over home plate. It's got to be conclusive, folks. It's got to be enough to overturn that call. Call on the field is out.
And so we have seen a couple of errors, right, from this Mississippi State defense, but you've got to give credit to Paige Ernstez for making the heads-up play, knowing exactly where to go and delivering it right where it needs to be. We'll get the final call here as we listen in.
After further review, the call in the field stays. Oklahoma's first challenger had no challenge remaining.
So the call is confirmed on the field. That leaves Oklahoma with one remaining challenge. And Patty Gasso unsuccessful in the challenge. But again, you talked about no let up in the lineup for Oklahoma. Kendall Wells is at the plate. Second in the nation with 39 home runs. First pitch swinging and fouls it off. Wells 1 for 3 this afternoon. Put up a run, the first for the Sooners, on an RBI single back in the third.
And a home run away from tying Megan Grant. Megan Grant at UCLA sitting at 40 home runs, did not have a long ball yesterday in game 1. There's a nice off speed out of the hand of Faircloth. I'm going to say this again. That pitch has to surface more against a team like Oklahoma. If that pitch can be spotted, if you can call it in any count, you're going to have some success against a team like Oklahoma.
Two count to Kendall Wells. Had 2 home runs yesterday. Another cut there, fouled off.
Well, now you got to protect it, right? You've seen the off speed once if you're Wells. Now you know it's there. Can Faircloth go back to it? That's the question.
This one put on the ground and handled by Morgan Stiles, tossed over to Romero. And that ends the inning. Couple left on base, but still OU with a 7-0 lead. Returned as Ilana Agbayani, one of those who received a golden ticket from Commissioner Ng earlier this season. It all gets underway June 9th, as you see some of your favorite stars from the collegiate game now in the pros, in the second year of the AUSL. 3rd round draft pick for the Chicago Bandits this season for Agbayani. Rawlings Golden Glove winner. Second in OU history to earn that honor. She, along with Grace Lyons. We started off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And again, remember, this is where the rally began for Mississippi State. Do the Dogs have more bark in them here to try to come back down 7 runs? Des Rivera, Morgan Stiles, Tatum Silva due up this inning for State. That one over the head of Rivera. Lowry shakes it off and gets ready to go again. Just a second time through the order as Rivera is the 9-hole hitter. I mean, hits have been far and few in between. Just 2 total for Mississippi State.
There's some Women's College World Series experience here for Rivera. Came over from Iowa. Before that was at Oregon State back when they were at the Women's College World Series in 2022. Had hits in both games, so there is postseason muscle for Des Rivera.
Another player with incredible discipline at the plate. Just 2 strikeouts all season long as she pulls that one over to short, and the 6-3 put out. We talk so much just about what this field looks like, and it's wide open this season. It's anybody's to grab. We saw Texas and Texas Tech in the Champ Series a season ago. The Red Raiders making their first ever appearance to the Women's College World Series, a game away from winning it all. It was the Longhorns who claimed their first ever national championship in softball as the third base hit comes off the at-bat of Morgan Stiles.
Well, and that is the postseason hit record for Mississippi State. She was 1 hit away and gets it there. Mentioned the postseason muscle of Rivera. Well, Stiles has it just as much. Started every single game of her career at shortstop, and so clutch for the Dogs.
The importance of the Bulldogs to continue to attack. All 3 of their hits have come with 2 pitches or less. And that's what Samantha Ricketts talked about. What was integral in that comeback victory yesterday is that they remained on the attack. She underscored much of that earlier when we talked with her in the mid-game interview. Even when you're down, you got to keep attacking. And outside, now 2-2. We talked about how this Mississippi State team, who finished 10th in the SEC, they picked up series wins against LSU, who's currently facing off against Alabama this weekend in Super Regionals, and South Carolina. But throughout, they have climbed to their highest rankings in program history, as high as number 11 in one poll. And they turn around and sweep through Eugene for the regional championship as the play made by Audrey Lowry from the circle. And the fielder's choice against the lead runner at second.
Sets up defense from Lowry, and that's the defense we're used to seeing from Oklahoma. High IQ decisions on the dirt. Uncharacteristic day for them in game 1 with the 4 errors. I want to go back to Mississippi State. You were bragging on just the growth of this program and where this team has gone, especially since head coach Samantha Ricketts has taken over this program. I think this team was underrated this season. An unseeded team that went into Eugene, took care of business. You saw Faircloth with the no-hitter. I really do believe that this program was overlooked this year. I mean, look at their NCAA tournament run. This is a team that has the talent. They come in here, they flex the muscle early, proving why they deserve this opportunity. This is a program that needs to be looked at.
And stringing a couple of hits together in this inning off of Audrey Lowry. That's Nadia Barbary with her first base hit.
That was even a sentiment, too, that Coach Ricketts had said to us. You know, when she took over this program, a lot of the talk was that, yeah, this team, they won't be able to do it. And she said, okay, watch us go. And that's exactly what she's done with this squad. I loved hearing the upperclassmen talk about playing for Sam Ricketts and the fact that it's kept them in Starkville, playing for her. There's a lot of loyalty, a lot of commitment, a lot of passion coming from the top of this program.
We just saw Nadia Barbary with that base hit, was one of those players who was committed to building. After 2022 and making their first ever super regional, Barbary was hungry for this program to reach new heights. And once again, we saw this yesterday. This is all with 2 outs. Now, 3 hits in this inning, all singles, loads the bases as Ian Romero is now standing at first. And it was the collection of just hits and
that's it.
Manufacturing runs.
2 hits all game. Well, they've collected 3 in this inning with 2 outs on the board. This was the story yesterday. Again, not massive swings, nothing eye-popping, but fundamental, consistent pressure at the plate from Mississippi State. And we're starting to see that surface here in the 6th inning. Associate head coach Jen Rocha coming out. I think the conversation here is just one, a temperature check. Lowry's been so good through 5 innings and now getting tested here in the 6th.
You see the breakdown of numbers. 46 of her 64 pitches thrown have been for strikes. So you talked about the conversion rate and counts and how do you make sure you stay ahead of hitters. I mean, Audrey Lowry has done all of that and more today. And again, this is a group that dug deep, right? Facing elimination today, Patty Gasso said this is a privilege for you to be in that position, to want that. And they have responded. And now let's see how they will respond here with bases loaded and 2 outs. Kinley Keller hit in the 5-hole, 12 RBI on the season for the center fielder. And a chance for the Bulldogs to scrape off that goose egg and put up a run.
Freshman bat for this team. Sorry to interrupt, Tiff. Yeah, a young bat for this squad that's been over, had only 2 at-bats with bases loaded all year and doesn't have a hit in this opportunity.
And again, it's worth reminding you, you saw the graphic just pop up on the bottom of the screen. About 9 of the 11 runs for Mississippi State were scored in the 6th and 7th innings to win game 1. Can the Dogs keep the momentum here, or will Lowry shut it down? First 3-ball count this entire game for Audrey Lowry. The payoff. High and tight and walking home a run. And Mississippi State is on the board. So that erases the shutout. And as the game wears on, as Abby Grace Richardson sends that one all the way to the warning track, but that ends the inning. And State able to put up a run as we move to the top of the 7th. Yesterday, I mean, you add to that just the bats coming alive. Jenna Young coming through, clearing the bases with a double.
It's probably one of the most or more complete Alabama teams that I have seen in the last handful of years. I mean, pitching, defense, speed, the offensive prowess of that team. And there's a reason they've got the #1 seed right now.
Alyssa Faircloth ahead in the count to Cassidy Pickering. No ball and 2 strikes. Pickering, a towering fly ball into left, or right rather, and 1 away. Monday, catch some afternoon Major League Baseball on ESPN. The Yankees head to Kansas City to take on the Royals. First pitch at 3:30 Eastern. Catch it live on ESPN, and you can watch the game streaming also on the ESPN app. Gabby Garcia standing in, and we've watched this Oklahoma team. If you're just tuning in, folks, it was all back in the 3rd inning that the Sooners bats got moving. They manufactured, produced runs, 7 in total. And after gaining a run back, it's still Oklahoma looking to force a winner-take-all game 3 tomorrow here from Love's Field. Aaron Miller, Thiessen, Tiffany Green here with you from Norman. As this OU squad is just come out the way we anticipated. Again, we saw them put up 9 runs yesterday. They averaged 10 a game. But to complement that offense, we have seen really strong performances both in the circle and that defense as well.
Not to look ahead, but that is what makes a game 3 interesting here, I believe, between these 2 teams is we saw completely different pitching outing from Oklahoma.
Trailing back, hitting the wall is Tatum Silva, and sliding in for the 2-bagger is Gabby Garcia, her 12th double of the year.
And her first base hit of the game. Thought this maybe had a chance off the bat, sounded good, looked good. Keller in center field, unable to flag this ball down. Notice how low those hands are. The fact that she can throw, that ball is well below the knees, mid-shin. Doesn't matter. Traditional strike zone out the window for a team like Oklahoma. If they can get the barrel on it, they're going to send it somewhere.
Patty Gasso electing to go with Tia Malloy, the pinch hitter, who's standing at second base for Gabby Garcia. 4th extra base hit we've seen from the Sooners lineup this afternoon. But back to your conversation of kind of the different arms that we have seen. 4 used yesterday, 2 here today for Mississippi State. So the question is, where does Taryn Mowat-McKinney
Where does she go? That's it. And I honestly thought the 2 we haven't seen today were the 2 best looks that we saw in game 1 from Mississippi State. I think Delaney Everett, who came in and slammed the door shut, had ice in the veins. There was something so locked in about her presence in the circle when she faced Oklahoma yesterday.
And Layla Amen also did an outstanding job in the process, kind of bridging through.
And two, we have seen the success of Mississippi State's offense. They showed it in game one. The late pressure, gap-to-gap hitting, really good zone control and pitch count management. I mean, we have seen both sides of the coin from both of these teams.
Yes. Yep. I think you could easily ask that same question for Oklahoma. That who gets to start, right? Miley Wachenyo did not have her best stuff, but you heard Coach Gasso talk about liking the matchups. Lowry, who has had the most starts this season, has put together an excellent outing today. You also have Alyssa Parker, the freshman, Kirsten Deal. They've made a combined 13 starts. And Sydney Berzon also, as the inning comes to a close. Alyssa Faircloth is pumped up about it, and let's see what kind of fight the Dogs have left. Their last 3 outs on the other side. Welcome back to Norman, and it was that big third inning for Oklahoma that helped give them the advantage. Mississippi State able to put up a run last inning, and we take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance, and let's gloat on the offense for the Sooners back in that third. Start off with that Kai Minor double.
As she gets the party started in that leadoff spot every time. Kendall Wells coming up with that RBI single. And how about the pinch hit home run from the freshman? Pull shot, McDaniel, her 11th of the year. And it has been the third inning, and the third inning only for Oklahoma. 7 runs. That's all they've got.
Well, they certainly responded in a way that Patty Gasso and these Oklahoma fans love to see. They take a 6-run advantage here in the bottom of the 7th. The final 3 outs, remember, Mississippi State, the designated home team today. Morgan Bernardini, who singled her last time up, leaves it off. 7-8-9 due up. And that one ricocheted off and coming near us. And what type of fight does Mississippi State have left in them? You never know.
You just
if
never
you
know.
have been watching the NCAA tournament, postseason has been nuts. Comebacks have been epic and plentiful.
Senior leader for this group, Bernardini, earning the start today. We saw her come in mid-game in game 1. And this has been a bat that's earned her stripes. I mean, first 2 years, no starts. Last year had that breakout season, and senior year has just been so consistent at the plate.
Full count to Bernardini, who puts this one in play, and it rolls foul. And two, Aaron, we saw the success for the bottom of the order. Obviously, things have shifted a little bit, but it was the bottom of the order that found success yesterday. And State hopeful that they can repeat today. And a walk to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th as Morgan Bernardini at first.
It's the first time they've had a leadoff on. This is a huge walk drawn by Bernardini to set up a little bit of a rally here in the 7th inning. We saw it yesterday, folks. This is a squad that puts the pedal to the metal. Especially late in ball games, there was so much fight from this Bulldog team. I felt it from the second we had a chance to sit down with this coaching staff, with some of these players. I mean, there is a focus, a laser focus on not listening to the noise, not getting fixated on who they're playing, who's on the other side of the diamond. This commitment to Bulldog ball. We heard it from the pitching staff. They're not worried about the power that they were facing at the plate. Hey, we are gonna throw pitches. We're gonna trust this staff. We're gonna trust our offense, trust our defense, not get caught up in the noise. And it paid off in game 1.
I love what Samantha Ricketts said to us after yesterday's historic win from Mississippi State. She said, an underdog is still a dog.
That's it.
And the fight, the competitiveness, the grit from this Mississippi State team has been fun to watch this season, but more specifically during the NCAA tournament as Paige Ernstes, he is retired. Audrey Lowry, give her props for the day that she has had. 5 hits sprinkled throughout, only 1 run allowed. Her 81st pitch, many of them today have been first pitch strikes. The efficiency we've talked about with Lowry and how well she's done on this big stage. And a Carter, the pinch hitter, who was entered into the ball game as the catcher.
Another senior leader for this group, a transfer coming over from Southern Illinois, and has stepped up, especially in the middle of this order through this season, coming in a pitch hitting opportunity here, has had some massive at-bats for Mississippi State. We've seen the depth for both of these teams, the ability to call on the bench at any time in any situation.
Senior Carter swings, backhanded by Emmerling. Great play to get the lead runner at second base, and State down to their final out.
Just the athleticism. I mean, the fact that Parker has to be taken to the knees, still able, Emmerling taken to the knees, and still able to get that lead out at second base.
Now it's up to Morgan Stiles to try to extend this game. That one on the ground, the flip over, that does it after an excellent performance from Audrey Lowry in the circle. It's Oklahoma grabbing game 2 to force a winner-take-all scenario tomorrow here from Norman.
What a turnaround, especially in the circle. I mean, the efficiency of Lowry, so impressive. From her mid-game relief in game 1, she comes in with the start, goes the complete game, and absolutely locked it down for the Sooners.
An outstanding performance all the way around. That's the Oklahoma way. That's expected. Big hug from her head coach, Patty Gasso, as Lowry registers the win, evens up the series at 1-1 and a trip to the Women's College World Series on the line. It will take place tomorrow here in this best-of-3 series. They'll face off against either Florida or Texas Tech starting next week. But right now, relishing in the victory are these Oklahoma Sooners as they come right back with a 7-1 win over Mississippi State. For Aaron Miller-Thiessen, I'm Tiffany Green as we send you to Tuscaloosa with Alabama and LSU.